There are pains we gotta follow, there are pains we cannot run when we're looking down the barrel of a gun. It is not about surviving, either living or you're dying. Stand your ground and never ever be afraid, 'cause we are one. 'Cause we are one. So break your chains, take your ground, make some noise and get around, 'cause we are one. Yeah, we are one. We stand united. Whoa, whoa. United, together rise and fall, 'cause it's all for one, one for all. Yeah, it's all for one. And we will stand our ground.
Welcome to the DreamHack Showdown Summer 2020. It's so exciting to have you here for our European Championship Sunday. And it's also very exciting to be supported by our fantastic sponsors, Monster and Monster Studios. I'm Frankie Ward. I am your European desk host. And we've got some Americans joining us from across the pond in the form of Sapphire and Potter. And Sapphire, we're so good to you here at DreamHack. We've given you a lion this morning. How was that?
Yeah, it's great. I slept till 3 a.m. That's incredible. So I feel refreshed. I'm excited for today.
And Potter, doesn't it feel like Christmas?
It does feel like Christmas. I've put on my Christmas sweater. Honestly, I never get to wear this hoodie or this sweater rather. So I put it on today. I figured why not?
And you live in Texas. You're wearing a jumper.
Yeah, Texas. It's like 110 degrees outside and I have this wool sweater on. That's how dedicated I am.
You're going the extra mile. And Sapphire, before we get started, we saw 3 magnificent dogs on the broadcast yesterday belonging to Potter, Moses and Harry. But who is the best boy?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's gotta be Timo.
Pressure's on, Heather. I'm right here. He's right
Yeah,
there.
but he came up into her lap. Oh, it's adorable. Now I gotta bring my kitties on.
Oh my God. Okay, right. We've got to make that happen before the end of the show. But Potter, talk us through the action yesterday. We'd just seen a clutch from Claudia on the screen. I mean, she had 2 aces yesterday, in fact.
Yeah, she had 2 aces, and that's the 3rd ace out of the entire tournament. She actually just tweeted out on the DreamHack Twitter that she has more aces this weekend than she does pretty much her whole entire career, which obviously that's a troll, but I mean, that's just exciting, right? To be a player. And also, if you look at the leaderboards at the top 10 players of this tournament, she's number 1. And not only is she number 1 on the leaderboards, but she's up there all alone. All alone, nobody else on her team is even in the top 10, which isn't the best of the news, but that's just how dominant Claudia's been, right? And you even saw Zaz there in the clip as well. She was our MVP of the tournament yesterday. She just had one of those fantastic days, one of those fantastic vintage Zaz moments where she's just dominating in the server all day long. And that's really what we like to see. So yesterday, it was actually really high quality CS from all of the ladies.
Well, we'll find out very soon if we're going to get Zaz versus Claudia, the rematch in our grand final, because Galaxy Racer Esports need to beat Defox to get there. But right now, we have got a special guest on the line. It is Hedje from Skader. What are we calling your team? Hedje, I'm so sorry.
Please, I like Skade Female, and they've kind of like made a little nickname for us because it's like ladies and Skade, so it's like Skadies, but we prefer just being called Skade Female.
I like Skade Female as well. Did you also appreciate the copy pasta that was happening in Twitch chat for you guys? Did you see it?
No, I didn't. I'm not a person who's watching the stream as we're playing, so...
that is true.
And it's I like to just let it rest a bit because obviously it sucks to lose. So I will be watching the stream back later today after everything's finished.
Well, I will give you a hint. It involved Avril Lavigne. Now, yesterday you had some tough games. In fact, over the past 2 days you had tough games against Giants and Death Fox, but you had some really impressive individual performances. So talk us through what happened on the server.
Well, we are a fairly new team with a new lineup. We had some changes. There's been some difficulties, and for many of the female teams, we have struggles where we can't really dedicate ourselves 100% to the game. So we had the first day we were playing on Friday. For example, Sana, she just came straight home from an exam. We had to delay the game a little bit. You wanted us to start earlier, but there was no way because she was literally coming back from an exam, and obviously she has to put in effort and time into studying because it's her future. It's what she wants to do after CS. So it's difficult and it's hard to get in the hours and fully become that strong team that we want to be. But we hope that for the future that we're gonna make it.
Tell us a little more about Xana. We were incredibly impressed by her. A lot of the teams in the finals today are players we've seen for a long time, but love to see kind of new blood. How did you find Xana? What do you think about her future?
What's amazing about Xana is that she's been lurking kind of in the scene for, at least in the European scene, for quite some time. I think she started playing when she was 14, 15, and she's only now turning 19 next week. So she's really a young and up and coming talent. And for the many years now, I've been thinking about her as the next big opera that's going to come into the female scene. I don't think there's any limit on how good she can become.
So Hedgie, my final question to you is, I know with the roster issues you just spoke about, it's slim pickings out there, right? And you guys have one of the only international rosters along with Galaxy. Well, actually, that's a lie. A lot of the European female teams are international rosters. So with that slim pickings in mind, how challenging has it been kind of always speaking in English? Has that been a challenge at all for you guys?
No, I don't think so. I think that's just what we are used to. Everyone has good communications in English. Obviously, it's a disadvantage to not be able to speak in your native tongue because the brain just processes information faster. So, for example, with me and Eda Flutura, we can talk Norwegian together if we are in pressured situation, 2 versus X and stuff like that, which always is a bit better. But the communications is not a problem.
Well, Hedgie, we've run out of time to talk to you, sadly. I'd love to ask you so many more things, but thank you so much for being with us this morning. And also thank you so much for being part of this tournament. It's been really exciting to watch you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you soon, hopefully. And if you're one of the lucky people who live in Norway and have access to TBT, you can also see Hedgie on their broadcast, as she's recently joined their team covering Counter-Strike events. So hopefully we'll see her covering a women's tournament in the future as well if she's not playing in it. Right now, though, we need to move on to our topic of the day. This is all about our fantasy mixed rosters. Now, when I say mixed, I'm not just talking international, I'm also talking male and female as well. I mean, if you wanted to, you can have a full female roster, you can have a full male roster, but if you can mix it up, why not? So Sapphire, what have you got for us?
All right, so first we've got our entry fragger, Claudius, who's the top performer in this tournament by far, as Potter mentioned. I think she'd be an incredible addition to a mixed team. Then we've got Zipix, our clutch player. I think the females would learn a lot from him. One of the best, if not the best clutchers in the game, and a great support player. Then another rifler would be Zaz, again, veteran in the space. You can trust her anchoring on a site. We'd give the off to Petra, and then they would all be in-game led by Kerrigan. I think he'd be a great person, very level-headed, obviously incredible depth of knowledge, would bring the group together. And then I threw in a little extra layer of I want my head coach to be Zonic, and then assistant coach as Vilga.
Brilliant. Oh, Potter, what have you got?
Mine is a little more straight to the point, I guess. It's just Vilga, Zaz, Petra, Mimi, and Claudia. I think Harry said that I had my GM cap on in that moment. So it's just, I guess it's the fun little female dream team that I think can make it really far. I think the qualities of each individuals of these ladies that I mentioned are just, it's so extremely high. And I'd love to see how far they can go in maybe a more competitive atmosphere, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that roster could actually happen. For me, I've got Nexta as my IGL. I've also got Petra on the AWP because I think she can really flex really well between pistol, rifle, and AWP, as we saw yesterday, especially on the Inferno A-bomb site. My support, I thought I'd go NA, so I put Twist. I was kind of torn between Twist or Ethan. Entry, I got Dupree because I just think he's an absolute joy to be around and can bring everyone together. And then I thought I'd also put Claudia as like my second entry, my other rifler, because she can clean up house. And then I thought Miss Harvey as a coach and or maybe as our GM, I want her to be present because I just think she's such a stalwart of the scene in general, women's and men's. I'm being told to wrap up though. I want to talk about this so much more, but we have got a consolidation final on our hands. We've got to find out who's coming third and who's going to face Originum in the final. So we're going to take a short break.